Okay, so after you get your animation built, you're undoubtedly going to want to polish it up in terms of the animation. Rarely do we ever build an animation and everything is perfect and moves exactly the way we want at first. So the way we usually do the polishing is in something called the F-curve manager. Let me just stop this animation for a second. And with the object selected, I'm going to right click and I'm going to click on Show F-curves. And we'll get the F-curve dialog box shown here. And this gives us all of the keyframe information for everything on this cube object. So right now it looks like this huge mess. So I'm going to go in here to the F-curve menu. I'm going to click Show All Tracks to turn that off. And let's just take a look at one of the tracks. Let's say the position Y. Okay. So if we click on this, we know the position Y is the green arrow. And back here in this dialog, let's push H to frame that. So now we can see that we have all of the keyframes that are associated with the position Y. Okay. So basically what this represents, this line and all the other lines that you saw before, they represent how the animation is interpolating between keyframes. And the dots, these little dots here, represent the keyframes themselves. Now the bars at the tops, or the dotted lines at the top and bottom, these represent the min and max ranges. So if we turn this thing on and we take this down, then we can see how our animation updates. So we pull this up, we have a very different animation now. Okay, pull that back up. Maybe not that far. Pull this back down. Okay, you see how that works. Now we have some other options here. We have the solo track here, and we can deactivate a track here. So let's see what that looks like. So if I solo this track, then only the Y keyframe data is going to show up in the animation. So let me click on that. So now you can see all of the other keyframes that we have in here for rotation, scale. None of that is in our animation now. The only thing that's being shown are the keyframes that were in the position Y. So this would be handy if you were trying to figure out why your animation wasn't doing exactly what you thought it should be doing. You could come in here and solo a track. Let's turn that off. Next to that, we have the deactivate. So if we wanted to turn off our position Y keyframes and have everything else running, we could click this button. So if we do that, now everything in the animation, or all of the keyframes in everything except position Y, are running. Okay? So we can turn that back on. Now we can select the individual keyframes here. And if we come up to the keys, we can change spline types. So if we wanted to change this particular keyframe, come up here, go to spline type, and we could choose soft. So that's going to give us a very different result. We've got these handles where we can change how this is interpolating into this keyframe. You can see what that did over here. Let me go up to keys, spline type, ease in. So now we have this easing into the keyframe, and we could also go with ease out. If we pulled this out, we can see this a little bit better. So now we're easing in and easing out just on that keyframe. In addition, we could change this keyframe to 0 angle. So now it's going straight down. Push H again to frame this. Okay. And again, right now, we're just dealing with the position Y keyframes. If we wanted to deal with the position Z, push H, we have nothing there. push H on the X. We could start modifying the X. Again, min and max ranges. You can kind of see what we're getting here. Okay. So basically, the F-curve manager here is just a convenient way to modify your animation after you get it all set up and you just want to sort of fine-tune it.